and good morning to all of you. Welcome to Cameras and Coffee. It has been a minute, hasn't it? Oh, Steinbeck, please do not. I'm wearing a white shirt. That was way closer than I wanted it to be. Oh, that's hot. And today I'm enjoying, I can't remember whether I opened up the Italian roast from Cuppa Joe in Clayton, California, or the La Neutrale from City on a Hill here in well, not here in Leadville, but in Leadville, Colorado, here in Colorado. Both of them exceptional coffees. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about the single most impressive, well, not impressive, the single most important camera of 2021. That's right. The Umeka, no wait, that's not it. Haha, that's the least important camera of 1984. Coming to us from The Verge, thank you Chris Welch for this article. Fujifilm just announced its cheapest medium format camera yet, plus another one. All right, so Fuji has announced their, where's the model number? The GFX 50S, which is going to come in, nope, that's not it. It's the GFX 50S Mark II, GFX 50S Mark II. I don't know if I said that right or wrong 5 times in a row. It is a $4,000 medium format digital camera. So why is this the most important camera of 2021? Well, if you'd asked me yesterday before I read this article, I would have said, oh, it's probably going to be the A1, or it could be one of the Canon R-mount cameras. It could even possibly be the ZFC from Nikon, because all of those have different things going for them. The A1 is an incredibly capable professional grade camera that I'm hoping to buy next year. Maybe not. Depends on other things. Right, Steinbeck? Yes, it does. The Canon EOS R50, I think it is their low. I think that's their lowest price one. There are so many R's already, I can't keep track of them. Anyway, the R lineup is an incredibly impressive lineup of cameras. And then the ZFC, I think, is also a really important camera because it looks amazing and it really touches on the importance of camera design backing up camera function. Steinbeck, you are such a silly pup. Yes, you are. And a camera can be super capable and look awesome, but if it isn't fun to use, and if it isn't easy to use, and if it isn't logical to use, ain't no one gonna buy it. So, but that brings us back to what is, I think, going to be the most important camera this year. So Fuji announced the $3,999 body-only GFX 50S 2 at their September summit. There are a couple of photos here that really look like renderings, not actual photos, and it is a good-looking camera. Really nice, clean, very simple interface, one dial, a bunch of things that are controlled by different settings and then laid out on an LCD screen on the top. Very, very good layout and interface. Fuji always does a really good job with their camera layout and interface designs. That's a huge, huge credit to them, is how well their cameras handle. It's basically the same, looks like basically the same layout as some of the other higher end GFX cameras. And so if you wanted to get it with a lens, it's a little bit more expensive, like $4,500 for their kit zoom. But basically, I think the most impressive thing here is that the sensor is 1.7 times larger than a full frame camera. It has 5-axis in-body image stabilization for up to 6.5 stops of stabilization on a medium format camera. That is incredible. It also has better autofocus compared to the 50S. Having not used the 50S, I can't tell you if that's an impressive thing or not, but it's better than the 50S. And a body that is the same size as the 100S. It is just shy of 2 pounds, which is around about 0.9 kilos, 0.8, somewhere in that range. So given this thing's capability, that is light and small and compact, especially for the sensor size. So the reason it's the most important camera this year is that it is bringing medium format photography into a price which is lower than the high-end full-frame cameras. And that means that people who are interested, especially in still photography, and getting the benefits of a larger image sensor in terms of things like subject isolation, larger pixels, which would mean better high ISO performance, a 50 megapixel sensor, which I believe is what that one has, that is 1.7 times the size of the 50 megapixel-ish sensor in the Alpha 1, is going to have larger pixels. And that's going to also have resolution benefits in terms of the way that the lenses resolve onto the sensors, because you're not going to be running into diffraction softness as quickly. So it means basically, if you take a medium format 50 megapixel image and a full frame 50 megapixel image and enlarge them to the same size, whether that is a postcard or a poster, the medium format image is going to have a better apparent resolution from the same viewing distance, because the initial pixels were larger and they needed to be enlarged less to reach that same enlargement size. It's the exact same thing as taking a 110 film image and a 4x5 image and enlarging both of them to the size of a billboard and looking at them from an equal distance and wondering which one came from which camera. You will know. So the fact that now there is a large percentage of the population which would be looking at a high-end full-frame camera and now could say, I could get medium format, that's going to open up a whole world of expanding image capabilities for still photographers, and should really do a very good number for Fuji's mirrorless camera system sales. I really hope so. I honestly read that and I was thinking, that is really tempting. Like really, really tempting, because it is $2,500 cheaper than the Alpha 1, which means that somebody looking at the Alpha 1 could now look at that new Fuji and say, I could also get 3 really good lenses, maybe 4, as well as the camera, instead of just a camera body. I don't have the prices on the high-end R cameras or Z cameras from Nikon, Canon and Nikon memorized, but I do know that this is cheaper than, I think, a couple of them, which means that Fuji has put itself in a good position to start poaching customers from the other companies, because they are going to be offering a better sensor product for less or the same money. So good on Fuji, and all of you Fuji fans out there who have really gotten into Fuji cameras probably have a very long and healthy Fuji lifespan ahead of you. So I don't know, that is a tempting camera, I won't lie. At any rate, I just wanted to get back to the cameras and coffee now that things are a little bit calmed down here. As most of you know, my Kickstarter campaign ended successfully just a few days ago. And I proceeded to relax for a little bit. Not really. It's back to school camera sales season. But we are starting to get the parts in for the cameras. The commercial parts are arriving. The laser cut parts will be ordered shortly in the next handful of weeks, I would say. So things are moving along with that very quickly. And I want to say thank you to everyone watching who backed the Kickstarter campaign. If you were interested in a camera as a customer rather than as a backer, I did order a decent number of additional cameras from the campaign lot. I forget exactly how many. It was like 15 of the 4x5s. I want to say it was around 5 to 7 of the other 3, maybe 10 of the 4x10s. Anyway, some arrangement of additional cameras that are going to go on my Etsy shop after all of the Kickstarter rewards are fulfilled, and we are on track. I was talking to the laser cutter place yesterday, and we are on track for those to be fulfilled November-ish, it's looking like. I would say around Thanksgiving everything should be shipped by, if there are no hitches. And they are also going to work with me to help me streamline the deliveries so that I can get the pledges filled in different batches. So I think that will be very helpful if they can do that. So at any rate, that is way more than we meant to talk about, and I will see you again in the next Cameras and Coffee. Have a good day, and Steinbeck. Are you ready to look cute again? Oh, you look so cute. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Take care, everybody. See you soon.